Rosalie here from @unwellness, and I wanted to share a healing session with you all to help find peace and calm during this time of chaos and high stress that's taking place in the world right now. If you are new to distance work, know that if you've made your way to this video, that it is just for you, and that my intention is for you to sink into a space of healing and relaxation. And so find a nice comfy position, connect into your breath, and let's begin. So the agenda for this session is finding calm amidst the chaos. And so our bodies can only heal when they are in rest and relaxation mode. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to work with the brain and the brain stem. And then this is being linked into the corpus callosum, which is an area of the brain that connects the left and right hemispheres and helps with the interface and the communication between both halves of the brain. This is being linked into the heart, and we are going to work with syncing up the natural beat of the heart, or the rhythm of the heart, to the rhythm of the planet. And so we're going to go into this aspect of how we're all connected in with the collective consciousness, and it can be very, very easy to be reflecting and experiencing fear and worry and that fight or flight feeling from being in a state of high stress and fear of health and well-being, fear of the future, fear of what is happening in governments and that sort of thing as well. That's all coming in, as well as the emotions of worry for our family and friends and ourselves, as well as the planet as a whole. So we're going to sync up with the natural rhythm of the planet, and this is going to be defined by grounding and feeling nice and grounded. And we're going to tap that in. So that's our first formula. So I'm going to get you to put your hand on your heart. And in BodyTalk, we always tap over our head to wake up the brain. We tap over the heart complex or the heart brain, and we tap over our belly or the enteric brain to help integrate and assimilate the formula. So we wake up the brain, we store it as wisdom in the body, and then we digest it and assimilate it. Okay, so our next formula that we are going to go into is working with the information that comes through the axon, or that travels down the neural axon, and how it carries information. And so we're working with all 5 physical and subtle senses, and we are going to anchor them to the brain as well as to the heart complex. And this is going to help, I don't want to say minimize, but clean up the filters of those senses, so that the information that is coming in from the environment is coming in a little more clear and isn't initiating a fear response with all of the stimulation from our senses. And that stimulation is news, social media, and how that influences the central nervous system and sending those impulses through the body. This is going to be linked into hydration, and when we're working with hydration, we are looking at that aspect of how the water that we drink is able to pass through the cellular membrane, and when it's able to do that, then our cells are able to flush out toxins and flush out emotions as well, stored emotions. So we're working with an emotional release of fear and worry that is being stored on a cellular level. And then we want to anchor that into the right atrium of the heart. And within the heart, that's where we find that inner peace. And that's where we also connect. It's central to the body, so it's connected to all the other areas, of course. And we're working with that heart-to-heart connection with between ourselves and everyone else on the planet, and the animals and the planet itself. Now we're going back into how the information travels down the neurons, which information comes down through mechanical, chemical, and electrical. And we're going to look at that aspect of chemical and the neuropeptides and the neuroreceptors, which are specific. And it almost seems like the receptors, there's more receptors for wanting to readily uptake fear and worry and emotions that are associated more with triggering the fight-flight mechanism and chronic stress. So we're going to help train the body to move more into peace, compassion, and understanding. And how those things are more easily flow and allow us to come into those states when our parasympathetic nervous system or our rest and relaxation mode has been engaged. And we're going to tap that in. So what I'm going to have you do is put 2 hands on your heart and take some nice inhales. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth with aha breathing. So it looks like this. Feels nice breathing like that. It just resets everything. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that is our group session for today, the first of a series that I'm going to put out as a resource for you and your friends and family. So like the video, share it, and spread the peace and calm far and wide, and let me know how it goes, and I will talk with you soon.